Hello, beautiful people around the world. I am back once again. And in today's video, what I really would like to address is the ongoing transformational or say mindset changes that are going on in my birthplace, the country called Ghana. I would like to applaud the presidency for that particular outlook, looking for accountability to self and for the people to be accountable, most especially those in leadership. And also to the general Ghanaian public that standing up for Galamsey and for our future generations 7 times over, 14 times over, for all the activists and the advocates, both male and female, children and older people that are fighting for the very survival of Mother Ghana. Ghana is not transforming out of place, it is transforming in context to what is going on in the world. What do I mean by that? Ghana is transforming in context to the Sahel region, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali, the AES. Ghana is changing in context to Western ideologies, control, and other matters. Ghana is transforming to, changes that are global, that are made individually. So, therefore, such institutions such as the IMF and the UNICEF and everything that were instituted without many of the developing countries, Ghana included, as being as members sitting at the table. Members such as Ghana only came in after the fact, after independence. They were not the original members. So the mindset of these institutions is not really for the upliftment of the developing world, but it is still what can we get from you. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and the podcast highlighted a great big deal of thought in me. And this is what I mean by the great big deal of thought in me, that the West comes to the developing world because of what it can get from the developing world. The West can go to China, but they know that they are not able to defeat China. They can only poke or try and annoy China. The world knows that Russia, when I say the world, let me clarify, say United States know that China, it cannot fight with China, but it can definitely annoy China and instigate China, Russia. So the part of instigation of Russia is using Ukraine. And unfortunately, what has become of Ukraine is a war-torn country. And those that instigated that war are the ones that are sitting in peace in their homes in the United States. The world, the US is not fighting Europe and is not going to conquer Europe. And you and I know that, Europe has its own issues. Europe has its own strength. So who else is pliable, which is the continent of Africa? But things are not the same way as it used to. Things are changing, the world is changing, and indeed it needs to change. I recently was doing a little research about the number of why the United States has army all over the world. It's like over 700 or so army sites all over the world, including Ghana, Africa. Why? and has become, quote unquote, the military boss or honcho or whatever the terminology is all over the world. But look at the country right now. So much warmongering, and what did it do for you? Look at the country right now. So much warmongering, and what did it do for the continent of Africa? It has killed a lot of our leaders who have vision, and recently what came up to light is coming after Ibrahim Traore from that African American journal, whatever his name is. I didn't even bother with him. So my question is that if you try to destabilize Africa for its resources, and Africans decide that it is no longer safe for me, I want to come to Canada, I want to come to USC, I want to go to Italy, I want to go to Spain, then you say no. Why? Why do you want to destabilize our continent? And then, when you do that, we also, as human beings, want peace of mind. You say, no, you cannot come. But you want to destroy us. I beg, make one think about it. So I stand for the people who are saying that this is time for change on the motherland. This is time for change in Ghana, in Burkina, in Mali, in Niger, in Nigeria, in the Congo. Change needs to happen. Change that benefits the ordinary African. Change that means that I don't need the diamond because I cannot eat the diamond, but I can farm and get food to eat. Change that means that there is going to be schools, there's going to be hospitals, there's going to be qualified personnel that are going to take care of us, qualified teachers. That is the kind of change I expect. So please, Africa, my people, let's prioritize us. Many of the gold that we mine, it doesn't come to our pocket. Even this cocoa that we are so busy sowing, until we decide to do the processing, majority of it on the continent, why do we even bother? Why are cocoa farmers so poor, so dejected? And then the child labor in the cocoa farm, and then we sit here and say sweet chocolate, this chocolate, that chocolate. I beg, that is a big problem. So the world has given us problems. We need to say we want to carry those problems, or we want to offload those problems. That's my little tidbit. Put your comments down below, subscribe to my channel, and I would really love to hear from you. And let's continue this conversation and support each other.